Alright, and last but not least, the defensive badge setup. For the defensive badges, we got Anchor. Anchor, in my opinion, is just top tier. It's not broken or overpowered or anything. I think blocks was much more overpowered last year, but I think the paint contest just in general is a lot better. But Anchor doesn't do as much for paint contest as it did last year, because all it does this year, alright, this is how it works. Okay, so if you get say for instance, if you don't have Anchor, you'll get like a 22%. All Anchor is gonna do is make that contest higher. But if they're making it on that 22%, they're still making it on that 66%. If it's like, you can do the same type of defense and they're gonna make it even if it's a higher contest. So it'll make the game seem trash, but like they just didn't do it right. They should just make it based off the percentage. But that's just not what they did. But ankle braces, this is gonna be, I guess, for locks. I'm gonna say that's really not enough badge points. I don't really ever find myself ever using that. Box out beast is definitely a top tier badge. Brick wall, top tier badge, is gonna be so important for all different types of situations. It's now moving truck, it's now brick wall, and it's now bruiser all in one badge. If you know what those badges do, bruiser is for like draining people's stamina and do from physical contact. Moving truck is to make it harder to get like bat down punished and stuff like that. And then brick wall is to set better screens. And then we have Challenger to get really good shot contest on a lot of different things. I think Challenger is another top tier badge. It's not a necessary badge, but it's really, really good to have, especially for these fading guards. Chase down artist, once you get it silver, it's gonna be really good for like a lot of situations. But when you get it gold, is really gonna be when you're gonna start to see a big jump in how much you can like get chase downs when people trying to rim run you. I think silver and under is really for like chase downs, like to close out on shooters and stuff like that. Chase down artist is really more known for like helping go into a rim run, but it's like I got a lot of value in a lot of situations, I would say. Clamps, it's gonna be a lot of top tier on defense because it is. Clamps, I think glove is overpowered. I might say interceptor is top tier. Now, clamps is definitely top tier because this is how you get your bumps. Bumps is very important, and with the fact that people have clamp breaker, you want to have clamps as high as possible. So yeah, clamps has to be top tier. Glove, bump steals, plucks, all that type of stuff, very important. It's not as overpowered as it used to be, but it's still very important to be able to do that, and the higher it still is, the easier it is to do. Then you have stuff like interceptor. Interceptor is good for passing lanes. Passing lanes. The passing lanes not as good as they were before they patched them last year, but they still are very important. Now, I do find myself getting more passing lanes on certain heights, no matter what wingspan. I will say that. But interceptor is definitely really, really important and great badge to have. Menace, pretty much gonna drop people's attributes. So, like, depending if you have a bronze, it's gonna be dropping a 1. 4 is gonna be at Hall of Fame. So yeah, I think Menace is like a usual. If you're playing good on-ball defense and stuff like that, it's good. I think for locks is good. It could be good in a lot of situations, but I just wouldn't use it. Off-ball pass, I think if you're not having interceptor, I think this is very usable. Pick dodger, I think this is top tier if you're saying Hall of Fame. Anything below that is just usable though. So yeah, I wouldn't even recommend going beyond bronze if you're not using Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, it may even be broken, overpowered, but yeah, usable. Pogo stick, I would say is usable. It's gonna be really good for situations like if you are a inside big and like you going up for a shot and you want to go back up for a rebound, and it's gonna be good for like inside bigs. That's really it. But besides that, it's just usable. Post lockdown, I think this is honestly a don't use for me, or even not enough badge points. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna have to say it's usable because there are gonna be some times you have to use it when you're going against post scorers. But even then, you can just use your stick awareness. If you know where people are gonna go, you can actually use your stick to counteract it. You don't really need the badge. But depending on how high of post badge they have, you do need the badge. So it's usable, but the odds of you going against a post scorer are not that crazy. If you're on a 1v1 court, definitely a top tier usable badge. But probably 5 is not gonna be as frequent. It's gonna be a little bit. That's gonna probably be the second most. But 3v3, you're not really gonna play against that much, and 2v2, you're not gonna play against it that much. Especially since they kind of nerfed them a lot this year. So I'm gonna put it usable just for the big men out there. But yeah, rebound chaser definitely top tier, and then